There's a good reason for that, because it's becoming a hell of a lot more popular. It had a rough beginning, a lot of people hating on it. I came across the game by accident, and to be honest, I absolutely love the game now. A couple of things I just want to mention about the game first of all. People's impressions. We're so used to having a lot of games that are just solely you have a beginning, a middle, and an end. Division is not one of those games. Division is a looter shooter type game. You've got elements to it, PvP, PvE, elements to it. It is a vast game. There's no beginning. Well, obviously there's a beginning, but there is no end to this game. There are so many side things as you'll come across. I'll go through with you. I have been playing this game a while. I've just decided to show you guys from scratch what it is, from the very beginning up over. You can be as scientific as you want with this game, or analytic as you like with this game, or like myself, I just love to just get into a game, have some good old-fashioned fun, pick up some loads of loot, level up my players. Some people will go on about in this game about multipliers, about gear sets. Just there's so much in. To be honest, it's no wonder a lot of people got put off by it. There's no better time to come back to Division if you've been away or if you've just heard bad things went. Basically, they've just had a big update, which was patch 1.8. So many good things in there. A word to the wise, guys, which is going to be the Dark Zone. Everyone talks about the Dark Zone this, the Dark Zone that. Yes, it's a good place to level up and stuff quickly, but there is no fairness whatsoever in that area. You're gonna have you've got other players constantly around you. They can choose to kill you and turn rogue in a blink of an eye. It is entirely up to those. Personally, I stay away from it. I do go in from time to time, but I personally stay away from it. I find enough activity around the map to not even really need going in there. So without further ado, let's get into it. Sorry guys, one more quick thing. The last video I'd done for Zombie Army Trilogy, I've realised something. In that particular game, when I've been streaming that, when I've looked back at the review, that it still gets a bit pixelated from time to time. But when I'd done Rise Son of Rome, that didn't. And guys, I've got a feeling that this isn't going to either. This isn't going to pixelate. I would love to hear back from you if any of you guys find that out. But and anyway, here we go. The Division. Oh, one more word of warning. Do not think you can come into this game for a quick game. There is no such word in or statement within the Division world of a quick game. I would recommend you need a minimum of an hour and a half to 2 hours at a time gameplay, because your partner's going to fall out with you, you're going to be late for work, your tea's going to be burning in the oven. It's not a quick game. You're not going to bed until silly o'clock in the morning. That just ain't going to happen. So guys, take that into heed. That's why I'm going to strictly keep this game down to maybe 30. I'm going to try and do it in like about the first intros in about 30 minutes. Because again, I have a couple of commitments I've got to maintain this afternoon, that I do only have about a half an hour to do the stream, but I will be back with it, guys. I promise you that. So without further ado, let's get into it. So we've got full customizations here, male, female. So we're going to pick male. Face, we can change. You've got your nationalities. And what we got here. I'm British. This looks like a British guy, but I certainly don't have ginger hair, and I've got a bit better tan. Iris color, yeah. Change the eyes. Blue eyes. Nice skin tone. Let's just have a look. Actually, well, I think I'm gonna take this guy. So back up there. Hair. Got all these different designs. I'm a baldy guy. I'm gonna take it. I think I'm just gonna go with what I am. So I'm gonna go with the bald facial hair. I would say that's more accurate for myself. Hair colour. Yeah, I'd go with that. Markings, scars. I don't think this particular game, I don't quite fancy that. War paint. Let's have a look. There's a lot of customization in the game, and anyway, you can go for whatever you like. To be honest, I think the likes of the war paint and stuff like that, I think that's more. Oh shit! That give me paint. I didn't want paint. Didn't want paint at all. Let's get this off. No, I don't want to do with paint. What are you doing? Right. Okay. So let's get down there. Tattoos. You can get tattoos on you if you like. If you like the tats. Let's see. Yeah, we'll go for a little bit of that. Accessories. Piercings. Shades, you got some cool shades there. I'm not personally going to bother with those guys and confirm. Activate Fat Daddy Gamer 77 agents. Let's move on. So this is how it all starts out. To be honest, this game is absolutely beautiful.
Computer is activated.
Absolutely.
All ISAC systems are confirmed online. Take cover at the marker to begin weapon verification.
You just take a little stroll. You always start off with a very basic.
Weapon test initialized. Open fire at the highlighted targets.
At the highlighted targets, so we just get a little.
Primary weapon test successful.
Successful. You're gonna fight. You're gonna have a look. You're gonna see this guy. You're gonna see that there's just like people walking around, which is fine, part of the environment. You can't interact with some of them. If you pull your gun on them and so on, they'll run away. I'm scared. There is some of them where you'll notice you'll get like a scan that'll show up later on. Where the hell? Oh, I think it's asking me for to do me secondary. Pop, 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 pop. And things would scrap.
Weapon test initialized. Open fire at the highlighted targets.
Show me where they are, Daddy-o.
Sidearm test successful.
Okay,
welcome aboard, Agent. This is Louis Chang, Northeast Section Commander of the Division. You have been activated because Brooklyn has become dangerously unstable. Isaac has updated us with your progress. Proceed to the nearest safe house with your full equipment loadout.
You can't climb on top of cars. Look at that. That is some beautiful scenery, guys. Absolute beautiful scenery. Everything's lovely and crisp. All the detail, the textures. Even down to the snow, which is funny because it's snowing like that where I live now. So let's get after it. Let's get over here. And guys, there is a lot of missions that, well, sorry, there's a lots of parts of this game where
I've confirmed that your fellow agent Faye Lau has arrived here.
Your ass handed
Check
to
in with
you
her when you get inside.
on a regular basis.
You are now entering a safe area.
You find you get these safe houses. You can come and you can. There's lots of stuff you can do in here. You can meet other agents in here. Gear vendors.
Got a hell of a selection.
Where you're going to be able to buy stuff. You collect different it looks very confusing, but you do collect a lot of sort of different things. Sorry, currencies. And one other thing, guys, what I mentioned about the Dark Zone, if you go into the Dark Zone and you collect some loot, because that's basically what this is, a looter game. When you go and collect your loot from the Dark Zone only, you cannot just come away from the Dark Zone and then start using your equipment. You have to actually go to once you've collected your loot, before you leave the Dark Zone, you've got to get yourself to an extraction point, then extract your gear, then leave the Dark Zone. Otherwise, you can't access your loot in the Dark Zone. Just thought that's worth mentioning. If you have, this is a good thing as well. Not many people put across to you. As you can see, there's people, and these are actually real world people with their characters all the time. You only get to interact with them in the beginning when you're in here, when you're in these safe houses. So, like this guy here, you pull up to him, you can see stick, you can choose to invite them, and then you can go and do missions and stuff together. And you can do groups of however many people.
We're losing this whole neighborhood. Rioters are moving through, in force, headed this way.
Put your people there. I see someone else got the call. I'm Agent Fei Lau, Division. Activated the same time as you, part of the second wave of us going in. I don't know what happened to the first wave, but unfortunately, there's still lots left for us to do. We don't have much intel, and we don't have the luxury of failure. Not with Manhattan under lockdown and Brooklyn on the brink. People like me, and you, we're what's left to hold the line. With any luck, we'll have more to go on once we rendezvous with the commander. More about the situation, about who's turning the streets into a war zone. Anything that's gonna help us do what we're supposed to do. Now, if you'll excuse me, Lieutenant.
Officer Hazen and his team are handling situation reports. If you're looking for a hotspot, that's who you want to talk to.
Complete your activation at the terminal to enable Directive 51 operational status and equipment.
And that's exactly what we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna get our booties over there. Another thing to make you guys aware of as well in this game is
SHD equipment activated.
Is when you if you want to save or anything, or when you want to come away from the game, you can't just save at any old place. You can't just go out in the world, in the open world there, and just log off. You don't do that, guys. Go to one of these safe houses. There's about 13 or 14 in total. And maybe 15 now that with the big update. So get yourselves out there, guys. There's you can. It's best to save only in those safe houses, because then nobody can steal your loot.
Thank God you're here, Agent. I've never seen Brooklyn like this. We're barely hanging on. I'll be your point of contact for any emergency ops. We've had plenty of action, and it's not letting up. Jesus. I'm not gonna have any hair left when this thing is done.
Okay. So, let's get after this. Let's get after it. All the places, all the safe houses have a very similar setup. So you've got these control officers, which you only speak to once.
Hey, you gotta see this.
You've got a stash box. You've got matchmaking area. Then you've got your restocks. So let's get in there. Let's get after it. Because I love this game, guys.
Warning. Now leaving the safe area.
Yeah, I know that already.
Agent, rioters
There
took the
we go.
weekly food supply from the Brooklyn Heights distribution center. They try and sell it back to all the starving people. Plain and simple profiteering on the backs of people who are suffering. Get that food back.
Not me. Not
Again, guys, like most games, you're going to notice things can get highlighted with like cloths or rugs of what you can actually climb over. So here we go. Take that, bitch! Get over here, see what's going on. Search the bodies.
Missing supply crate located.
Supply crates, so we're going after those. The story, I absolutely love the story. The story is a great one. I think they've really done a good job with the story. They picked such a sort of enticing storyline to run with. You have changes in environment as well, guys. During the seasons, you get like Christmas.
Approaching marked location.
Oh shit.
Not right to move them like that.
Bada bada. And the ting goes. Can run to duck and cover, and as you can see, guys, you've got a health bar there.
Area secured. Hostiles neutralized.
A word as well, when you come to, you can see in the top left, well, depends on which way you look at the screen. The screen's top left or your top right is a level. Now, in Division, for some reason, you get to in the normal world like this, you get to level 27, and then it stops. You don't see no more numerical
Hostile
increases.
forces approaching.
What you do see is just proficiency, where you'll get so many like weapons caches. Take that. Through your head, bitch. Nice. It's all about ducking covers as well, because you can get some big groups of powerful enemies, and then you've got to use the tactics you'll work them out yourself.
Confirmed. Pickup.
go.
GTF notified.
Great work, Agent. We'll get
This
that
game
food back
can
to the people who
pretty
need
much
it.
be whatever you want it to be.
Help each other out.
It can be as difficult as you want it to be, or it can be as easy as you like it to be. Want it to be. So we've got to go back now. Another little tip, which I didn't work out the first time I did it. The first time I was playing the game, I couldn't work out how to. In fact, I'll wait for that one. To explain that properly, but your map can be one of your best friends. This is your map here. You'll start off with this, so obviously we've got a side mission. So we'll go there. Your side mission is actually
Agent,
your safe house.
We've gotten word of a hostage situation at a bank. Looks like you'll have to go through the subway tunnel to access the building. We need you to move in and minimize the damage.
So there's lots of other things as well, guys, to do with this game, where you're going to encounter, this is what I told you before, if you pull your gun on them, they'll run off, they'll react to you. So like I say, there's active echo beacons, which obviously you'll come across. I'll show you these guys, I'll show you them as I come across them. What I might also do as well from time to time is, because the game's so big,
You leave me speechless.
what I would probably
It's tough.
end up doing is running this type of intro for what, maybe a week or so, and then maybe continue the gameplay but with my main character, so I'll be able to show you other areas like you only access with your that you can only access with the the additional DLC content, the season pass. For this one, I'm so glad I did. I put it off for a long time though, guys. I really did. How beautiful and natural it looks with the snowflakes. The reconstruction of the city is just really nice. go along here. And you climb up. You have limits on what you can climb up. The size of the areas you climb up. You got ladders. Oh, guys, if you haven't played this before, you're in
Warning.
for
Hostile
a
presence
treat.
detected.
Come to Papa. Who's your daddy? Lilacs coloured box. Those represent little caches. Now it can be frustrating because that cache is on the other side of that fence. But I want to get this bitch.
And I'm not worried about the
But you should be worried about JTF.
Got something for you.
Yeah, you got grenades. This is such a cool game, guys. I love that game.
Area secured. Hostiles neutralized.
And as you saw there, these NPCs do drop loot as well.
Everything okay out there? Hey, is somebody out there? Can you please let me out?
We certainly can, sir.
Nice work
There you go.
shutting that down, Agent.
Finally. Oh, thank you so much. That was terrifying. Now I need to get the hell out of here.
So you can collect out of these boxes. You can also collect loot. You can either choose to take the item, or you can just leave it. It's entirely up to you. I recommend in the beginning we just take everything you can get, guys. Just take it all, and then you can always sell it later on. Because you see in the bottom corner there, you've got a value. When you get back to these to the safe houses, you can always sell them to the vendors if you don't need them. But it's best just to take them all, and then you see it can give you extra XP points. What you can do as well is certain points. I wouldn't recommend doing it straight away, but you can go to abilities. These will increase over time. This is you now have skills, available skills. Skills expand your toolkit with new tactical options. So there we go. To use it, press RB or LB, depending on what it is. So you get a lot of it confuses people quite a bit sometimes with these all these screens, because you can see they're down on attributes for that particular skill. So what this does is it's basically like a big radar, and you can assign it to that slot. You do get more slots later on as you go through. We can't get it there yet because we haven't opened up the main base yet. But the abilities, like I say, that's like a radar. You're running through. You can press LB, and it pulses out a big pulse, and it spots out any enemies that's a little bit up in front. So your inventory. So level 4 to unlock your secondary weapon. But there, that is. You see, guys, how I've got the Navy MP5N on the top corner there. That's a pretty generic start to the game. Obviously, down there on the right-hand side, or on the screen left-hand side, depending which your right-hand side, you can see the attributes, how many slots it's got. Because you will start to pick up, like you've got here, muzzles, underbarrels, magazines, scopes, paint. So you can see the numbers there, the damage numbers. The two that you can choose to invest in whichever you like, heavily more, either the toughness, which is your health, or the skill power, which is the likes of your turrets and your just all that type of stuff, your secondary stuff, and then your primary firepower, which is obviously your machine guns and what have you. But there, I'm going to jump out of that, and you can see it tells you when you've got a new item in your in that slot. So that's level 13. That bumps our health up. And what I'll do is dismantle that. But I'll save space. Again there, nice little increase. These are all your starting blocks. What you find is to go up in colours. So you're gonna have you've got like the grey now. Then it'll go to I believe it's green, then blue. Then you go to like turquoise, and then you go to like orange, and Yada yada. It goes through as the weapons get higher and you go into exotics and stuff like that. You also have loadouts, so you can, once you have a certain setup that you like, you can save it and then just flip back to it when you want it. There's your character stats on there. Pouches, so that's what you're holding, your grenades, etc, etc, etc. Your appearance, you can change. Pants, coat, jacket, you build up all that stuff over time. Actually, I think there was the one I just noticed there, actually. So I've got these stuff here. Because these are the stuff I've collected on my other character, my main character. You have all different stuff there. Okay, so let's get back at it, because I'm not going to continue this for a hell of a long time. Like I say, I have some things I have to do. So that's that section complete. Your first little... That does happen as well, guys. Sometimes you'll be running against the wall. For like no particular reason whatsoever. Oh. Yeah, you do have to sometimes find your way out of places. Sometimes it's not as obvious. We'll climb up there, we'll get out this son of a bitch. You can set waypoints as well if you just go into your map. Just go over, press A.
Agent, those rioters have stolen
There you go.
a crate of
There you
morphine.
see the line there, the navigation
Probably
site.
gonna
Just
try
send you
and
on
sell
your
it or
way.
use it. We've got people in real pain who need those drugs. See if you can recover that crate.
I will do, sir. I'm on my way, Daddy-o. So I'll show you that pulse, guys, I was talking about, the radar. I've got it on the wrong side. I normally keep it on my right-hand side. Left side. So you get a little notification on the side there saying that you've got no threats in the area.
Missing supply crate located.
Like these fools. Take this. Take that. Oh shit. Take that. It does let you shoot into the windows as well, so it's really good. Oh shit. Take that.
Area secured. Hostiles neutralized.
When you're traveling through the map, guys, as well, it's worth bearing in mind. A lot of people do this quite often, and I was a bit guilty of it as well. You want to instantly see the rest of the map, so you start running through the areas, the different zones, districts. But what it is, the way they've set the game out, they've set it out so that you get a the different districts are suitable for different levels according to your player level. So you'll have, for example, 1 to 5, 5 to 8, or 5 to 9, or 5 to 10, or then 10 to 15, or 12 to 15, whichever it is. And that'll dictate, obviously, the higher you go. If you're able to survive, you've got a good gear set, or you're just playing lucky.
Confirmed. Pickup marked.
Then-
GTF notified.
Then what's going to happen is your
Battle 5
experience
here.
level's going to
We're
increase quite
approaching your
quickly.
position now.
We'll get this done. So you see there in a timer, we've got 1 minute 18 to
Warning. Hostile
these-
forces approaching.
hold out and protect this. Take that, bitch!
We own this place.
No, you own shit. I own your mama.
Let's get this.
Take that! And again, guys, thank you very much for coming along and viewing my the videos. I do have a YouTube channel that I'm just setting up. Oh shit! Get away! You get a cooldown timer as well, guys, so be very careful on that. Woo! This is what happens at the very beginning. You've got to learn to survive. Be tactical about your decisions. Otherwise, that happens. Son of a bitch. You get an option as well on where you want to respawn. They've just introduced checkpoints as well into a lot of these missions. I don't know if they've done it so early in the Just
Sparrow
an
5 is on
absolute
site and
nightmare.
ready to engage.
Here we go, bitches. I want to get these guys. It's so frustrating. Get these grenades in. Get over here. Let's get after it.
Target is secure. No more hostiles detected.
Nice.
Great work, Agent.
You see, one time the guys
We'll get
that
those
didn't used
drugs back to the
to,
wounded
it didn't
where
used to be
they'll
that
used
easy.
properly.
You could have it. You could have say a mission with 15 enemies, 15 NPCs. You might get rid of 14 of them, get killed on the last one. Then you used to have to come back and redo. When you respawned, you had to redo all 15 of them again, which was mega frustrating. So I'm so pleased that they changed that. But that update was only introduced in patch 1.8. And as well, because you've got to unlock, you can fast travel to the safe houses, but you can't until you've actually been into them. Like, you've actually went there first. Once you've unlocked it, then you can fast travel to it. But if not, you've got to run your ass every inch of the way. But look at this, guys. Beautiful rendering. Reflections of the street lights. Of the street signs and stuff. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a pleasure to run around. Really, really nice. There you do get these little indicators, these circles with the arrows in. That indicates, it's obviously telling you where the safe house is. Or the direction of the safe house.
Don't be an asshole.
But little touches, you hear this?
Okay, I know you have them. Please, just a few. I haven't had a cigarette in a week.
Environment talking and stuff, talking to each other. It's just all gravy.
You'll be missing out.
Get restocked. Vendor, who got anything? Got anything for me, vendor boy? There you go. That's what I mean about the selling. So I'll sell this, guys. Yeah, that's a little bit of money.
Man, I love making deals.
Yeah, me too, dude. Got a mask because there is sections that you actually go into, the contaminated zones, and depending on how long you last, depends on what level your mask is.
Fantastic work, Agent.
There we go. Side
I
mission
think you put the
done.
lid back on this place just when it was about to boil over. We all thank you. And I wanted to say personally that I've lived in Brooklyn my whole life. So what you've done means a lot to me.
New mission. Now, normally when you come into these safe houses, there's a board like this, and then actually I've walked past it. No, you haven't got it in this early one. And you have to click on that, and that updates all the current objectives for that zone. There's telephone recordings you collect. There's all types of stuff you collect.
Hey, check these
That's
babies
me
out.
full. I don't need it. I'll go in my stash box. No. Where's my stash box? That sucks.
Agent, we just got a distress call from one of the local police precincts we set up as a distribution hub. They're being attacked by rioters. Getting word they're planning on trading hostages for drugs. You need to get in there, eliminate the threat to the precinct, and free any hostages.
Roger that, sir. So here on the map as well, you can see, guys, the top corner, just what I mentioned before, the Brooklyn area, you can see it's got level 1 to 3. If you look along the bottom there, your subsections there, you've got mission overview. So what you can see there is obviously all the ones that's already done. It puts a little tick next to them. And if you bump along, legend, just like myself, Fat Daddy Gamer World Legend. If you're not sure, you can see it's hardly ever used, to be absolutely fair. But it's if you do, it's always there just to have a little look at. If you need Lost or anything like that. Hardly ever used though. The main one is you're going to be looking at this. As you move on, when you open up the main camps, this is what you're going to be looking at. So I'm going to run off, guys. I'm going to come up here, do this. Then I'm going to have to cut the stream there. And I'm going to come back pretty soon, because I play this game quite often. So we're going to... I'll get a stream back up, and a proper gameplay stream running back up for you very, very soon. But let's get at this. Let's get after this mission. As you can see there, it's turned night as well. The environment, you've got day and night. It's great. You've got a section as well in the main base of operations, which we do pick up on. I believe it's either this section or the next section, where I'll show you all that later on, guys. I'll talk through that with you. It does get a bit frustrating from time to time with this game, though, where you have to, when you've got to put the time in and really like run, pretty much run through the environment, the whole streets to get to where you need to be. But in all fairness, if you look at the plus side of that, it was a clever idea, because it kind of forces you into the exploration of the place,
Agent, get that
of the
precinct
city.
back under control. If that precinct goes, we lose Brooklyn.
Let's go. Let's get this done.
Warning. Incoming hostiles detected.
Take that, bitches. Pop, 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 pop. Skiddy up, pop, pop.
We'll see you moving on the roof. Looks like they've got grenades.
Let's get another grenade in there, boys. Let's get after it. God, I really miss my main weapons. My other character.
Drop the heavy gunners first.
That's what I'm doing, Captain. Take some of that. Some of the wording that comes out of the enemies as well when they talk to the NPCs, when they're talking, is so funny. They killed Alex. There we go.
Brooklyn Dispatch, this is Division Command.
Honestly,
We've got an agent incoming to assist at the 84th, but all entrances are blockaded.
Division, that's the best news I've had all month. Try the parking garage in the back.
Got that, Agent? That's your in. Go get him.
Take that, bitch. And if I remember rightly as well, you... Pop, 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 pop. Take some of this.
Warning. Additional incoming hostiles detected.
Remember, what little tip I generally fight, guys. What I found is, after every after every kill, reload. Because until you start to get at a higher level, get your character built up, you end up you can be killed quite simply, but it doesn't take a long time to reload. It's quite a while to reload in comparison to the battle that you're in. Oh, I still miss my sniper rifle. Be patient, guys.
How many of them are there?
God damn it. Once you've played this game for a while and you come back, maybe you want to do another character or whatever. You sometimes wonder, it's like, how did I ever do this game with this gear?
Hostiles incoming.
Take this! Woo-hoo-hoo. Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno. Burn, baby, burn. Take that! How can you not love it? The environment's beautiful. The gameplay is fluid. I see the only time you generally get any kind of disturbance with the gameplay or any lagging is generally if they do like a free play days or free play weekends, and you get so many new people on it. Give you a little bit of an idea of how much it's came up, or it's become more popular again. Is you could buy this game. I bought this on the PS4. This game for about I think it was like six quid. It was about £6. And I've just checked on the store today, just at randomness, it came up and it's back up to about 30 quid. Take that, bitch! Show me your head up. Pop you like a grape. Get over here. Sometimes they will just camp out there. Ooh, find the hostages. Thank the Lord. Let's get in there. Let's get these guys out of here. That's the thing as well in this game. Sometimes you think it's...
Alert. Hostiles detected.
They'll say, no, it's not. Look at this, man. It's like, how beautiful. How good a job they've done. Well done, you guys. Take cover. Take these guys out. Take that. God damn it. Get the town away from you. Yes, you get this. Drops as well. This stuff's clothing. So we'll take that. Thank you, sir.
Get me out of here.
Find the report.
Don't get them riled up. Play nice
there
and
you
give
go.
me time to get us out of here. Hey, thanks for looking out for us.
That's it. Get you guys out of here. Get you home safe.
Thanks.
Let's get these guys out of here. Get them home. Get up here. Where we going,
Alert.
dude?
Hostiles detected.
What we got, guys? What we got? I love the cover.
Say your prayers.
Shit, god damn it.
Let's kill those assholes. No survivors. Go back down.
God damn. There's some parts of the environment that you should do it as well. Do some of this.
Warning. Additional incoming hostiles detected.
Don't you worry about incoming hostiles. I always, the same as most games, I always try and aim for headshots, guys. Let's get this. Look at that, man. You see the computer monitor spinning around and it's lovely interaction with the environment. I love it. It's really refreshing. Oh shit.
Heads up.
See that, bitches?
I'm fucking going down.
Hey, look, kind of swearing. See that? It's children. You ain't got shit. And get the bad back with carrying your ass. Let's get after this.
Warning. Hostiles detected.
Oh snap. It is best to focus fire. Oh shit. Get after these guys. We've got snipers. We've got... what else we got? Your own shit. It's best to focus on one at a time.
Warning. Additional hostiles incoming.
Whew. Heart rate's getting up. Getting up, guys. Whew. Let's get some of this. I got something for your ass. Oh shit. Here's the elites. These guys are trouble with a capital T. Ooh. It's best to get rid of the little surrounding guys first and then go after the big one.
Nobody plays hero. Just gotta wait it out.
Shit, because they will fuck you up faster than an undercooked chicken. You can't shoot blind.
They're laying down suppressive fire. Stay down. Taste it in.
Oh, snap! Son of a bitch! Woo! Let's get back after it. God, starting out these new characters is just unbelievable. Let's get in there. There can't be much of them left.
Warning.
Thank the
Hostiles
Lord.
detected nearby.
How many? This is what I'm talking about, guys. The respawning. Let's give that to those guys. Woo! That's Napalm City.
Kill those bastards. Fucking kill them.
Kill those fuckers. Kill those dudes. Bit of bam, bit of boom. It's a very bad position to be in. When you have such a low character. Like I say, guys, I'll pull out the
Warning.
big guns
Additional
next time.
incoming hostiles detected.
I'll show you guys what it's like in the early stages of the game, and then I will move on at a later date to the main meat of it. Let's see if we can get up here. They're being killed.
Keep firing at them.
Boom! It's good when you can force these guys to drop their bombs or their grenades or whatever. Gotta get out of that shock zone. Shock zone, blast zone. It's nice. You can jump from cover to cover. Woo! Didn't realise he was there. Flying shooting. Take that, bitch. Take that. Oh, now we're talking. Now we're talking. Let's collect the loot in. Get this loot. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah, you can't get dizzy like distortion. There you go, guys. There's some green utility pads. Utility pads that sound like fucking Tampax. Oh, my days. Now look at that, guys. That is a thing of beauty. All the work that's gone into that.
Excellent work, Agent. Brooklyn is stable again. Manhattan is another story. Let's get over there and see for ourselves. I've got more agents with me now. We'll rendezvous with Agent Lau and fly over together. Commander Chang out.
Right, okay. If Hold on a minute. Why is that? Why is that like that? Right, what the hell?
Oh, people have been through here already.
What in the world? I don't recall doing this. I don't recall seeing this section at all. Well, I know what the section is, guys. It's Hudson Camp Hudson. But I just didn't recall getting to it in this manner. Not that it matters. Shades on, looking super cool.
Over there. There's a bar behind that building. Best whiskey sours in Manhattan. If we take this city back, I'll buy you a drink. Sorry. I mean, when we take it back. Here it comes.
That's a nice bird coming in.
The rest of us should be in this chopper. Can't believe it's finally happening. Do this! Ah!
Oh shit. And so it begins.
Oh.
Shit, you're not that hurt. Get the fuck up. I've noticed though, the thing it doesn't show you is what actually hit it. It was obviously a some kind of rocket. But it doesn't show you. Would have been better in context to show what it would have hit it, or had it hit it. These scenes as well connected to the server. Sometimes the servers are just busy. Ooh, there we go.
Can't believe it's finally happening. Nice work back there.
I love these cutscenes.
Here it comes.
I've always liked them though. It's like when I go to the cinemas, they have the trailers, the adverts on. I absolutely love those.
I need you. Sir. Hey! Just hold on!
If there's any genre of game, guys, that you would like us to stream, then give me a shout. Send me a message. You can find my page on Facebook, Fat Daddy Gamer. Living the Sunday dream.
I need you.
You don't want to be wearing
You're
that
gonna
mask.
be okay. Hell, at this point, you're more okay than me. Shit. That explosion took out the commander. We have a job to do. We're still gonna do it. It's just...
Landing in 1 minute. Should be able to see it coming up on my right.
Tom Clancy's Division. Finger looking good.
Found out a little more about the first wave. They're all either dead or MIA. So this is up to us. That's why we need to get it together, right now.
JTF 6-8 to tower, visual Hudson. Yeah, 2 division agents on board. That explosion was their right end. Okay, clear to land. JTF 6-8.
Usually you need some time to know if you can count on someone. Well, we're out of time. If that's on you, it has to be. I hope to God I'm right.
Captain Pierce! I'm not sure what you're looking to get out of this. Everything behind this gate is a goddamn war zone.
So who's in command here?
Captain Benitez was in charge. He was leading ops in the post office, but we lost contact when he left base this morning. If he's still radio silent by tomorrow, there's talk of pulling out.
No one's pulling out. We're taking this city back. Get whatever gear you need. I'll catch up with you.
Good luck out there. You'll need it.
Not me, brother. Cam Hudson.
Readings indicate this area is safe.
You're damn right, sir, it is.
You'll find him just inside the gate.
Okay, like I said, guys, I went a little bit longer on this video than I was going to. I'm just going to get into the main section here, main camp, get checked in, then I'm going to cut this off for today. Like I say, this was going to be an introduction to Tom Clancy's The Division. I will be back with it. This is basically starting the game from scratch. Absolutely nothing. Basic, just walking into the game. What I'll do is I think I'm going to do another video or two, just showing what it's like for the early days, maybe level 10, 15, and then play a level 10, 15 player. Then I'll swap it out to my main character for some for some normal gameplay. Get the bad boy out. So let's see here, you've got all different kinds of stuff. You've got your vendor here, just like in the early days. You can buy stuff. Buy some kit in here. Green's the basic level. Oh, sorry, grey's the basic level, and then green's basically like your level. Vendor here. Buy yourself all kinds of weapons.
Am I making room for actual customers?
You can shut your mouth, cheeky fool.
Oh, Agent, you look tired. Look, I hate to be the one to tell you, but we got so much to do here. So remember, wool is best in this weather, not synthetics. Listen, they got me doing this radio business because I got the sciatica, but you can count on me to give you the info you need, honey.
Okay, thank you very much, officer. So what I would always recommend from this point on is jump into your map and use your mission overview. As soon as you go over your mission, you hover over the ones you haven't done, just so you can see there on the map, they get highlighted. And then that is basically it. Establish your base
We
operations.
know that the base of operations is under siege from whatever criminals have taken over Madison Square Garden. We don't have numbers and they don't seem to have a leader, but the JTF is stretched thin. This has to be our first priority, Agent. Get our base back, and we'll go from there.
Okay, so guys, you're going to see a lot of stuff in here. This stuff you wouldn't normally have in yours when if you first start the game. This is just stuff you build up over time. This are off my main character, so you see them here. You've got them all. These sort of what I class as turquoise, so you can see the numbers, how high they go up from there. But I'm going to jump out of that for the moment. Mission board, this is what I mentioned before. You'll see these in all the safe houses, and you just go on to read them, see them updating there, and all that sort of stuff. Your encounters, which I'll show you. You'll see them on the map. Oh, let's zoom out a bit. Here you go. You see, this is all the area you've got access to at the moment. Apart from over no, it's actually showing you Pier South and Piers North in Clinton. Those are the new additions. Now this red area here, this is your dark zone. This is some badass shit in here. Some bad things can happen in there. Stay out there. And also as well, I never realised, when you see these green, these also come up where you can see in there you get medical wing supplies. Now, you'll see where they're valid when we get there. Now, guys, I'm going to cut this short for this video. Thank you so much for tuning in, staying with me. I am new to streaming. You can probably tell that. I'm not new to gaming. But please bear with me. My flow, everything else is going to get much better in time and support with you guys. Thank you so much. You're the best. Thanks for checking in. Don't forget, I do have Facebook, Fat Daddy Gamer. I also have a YouTube channel as well. So you guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and we will catch you guys on the other side. Hopefully very, very, very soon. Have a lovely Sunday, guys. Take care. Love you all. Peace out.